Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Collecting the King show. This is episode 3, and it's called Stuck on You, and you'll know why we called it Stuck on You once we get to that in a minute. But before we get going, I wanted to say a special thanks out to a good friend of mine who is a composer, very talented composer. He actually scored 2 or 3 of my films, and he's a good friend, and he is the guy responsible for the music you hear at the beginning and at the end of the show, which we call the CTK theme, and that's Tyrone Lancaster is the guy who did that. And Tyrone, I want to thank you very much for composing that, and I love the Scotty Moore sound and everything that you did with that, and thanks very much for contributing that to the show. I'm seeing a lot of people make comments about the show. It's like everybody's been very, very supportive and excited about the fact that we're talking about collecting Elvis Presley and maybe going into a little more detail than some of the other shows on YouTube do, and that's one of the purposes of the show. I am not in any way saying that I'm a super expert about everything and the Elvis know-it-all, because I'm not. I'm just like you. I'm collecting and learning as I go, and I just have a real strong passion for Elvis Presley and for his music and his records, and it's a lot of fun. So all of my opinions are usually just my personal opinions about different things, as well as my mixing it in with facts and some of my experience from the past. And the reason it's called Stuck on You is because this show we're going to dedicate to stickers. And those are the hype stickers that are put on the cover of Elvis records. And there are quite a few of them, actually. They've been doing them for a long time. This, of course, is Speedway, stereo Speedway, not a mono. Too bad, of course. Love to have as many of those as I could get my hands on, but I don't. I don't even have one for my collection. But anyway, this is an example of a hype sticker, and that's up there. As a matter of fact, behind me, I tried to put records behind me that all have hype stickers. So you'll notice there is, if I go over here is Good Times with a sticker. Then Elvis from Elvis in Memphis with a sticker. Frankie and Johnny is behind me with a sticker. And Great Performances is got a little sticker on it as well. So what exactly is a hype sticker? RCA and record companies in general use them to put on record albums to promote something either inside the album or promote a song that's featured on the album or someone who's featured on the album. There's just many, many different types of stickers that are used for many different reasons. But we're talking about Elvis here in particular. So if we go back in time, let's talk about a little bit about the very first sticker that RCA ever put on an album to promote anything. I don't even think it was a sticker that was meant to promote. I think it was a sticker that was more of a fun thing. And I don't have one here to show you, but I will show you a picture of one. It is the To and From gift sticker that goes on Elvis's Christmas album. It was a sticker that looked like a To and From sticker that you would find on a gift or on a present. So that was probably the very first sticker. It is a very hard sticker to find because it was made of foil. And even though it stuck really well, the problem was that it also deteriorated very much because of the fact that it was made of foil. So to find one in really great condition now is pretty much next to impossible. I mean, they're out there, but they're really, really hard to find because they fell apart so easy. There weren't that many other ones in the 50s other than the ones that were put on, like A Date with Elvis. There was a sticker that was put on, and that's the cover, if you remember, with Elvis sitting in the car, pre-Army or during the Army, where he has his Army outfit on. When that album first came out, it didn't have any sticker on it or any way of knowing what's on the album, because you look on the back, there's a picture of Elvis. You look on the front, and he's in the car, but there's no song titles. So RCA, as an afterthought, said, I think we better put some song titles on there. But this one, they applied right to the cover. This has happened before where RCA has put out an album real quick and did not put the song titles on it. When Elvis's Back was released, they put it out without a sticker. So technically speaking, if you have a copy of A Date with Elvis or Elvis is Back without a hype sticker or the song stickers, you have the very first pressing. Because it wasn't until a little later that they popped these stickers on when they realized that the song titles weren't there, or they decided as an afterthought to put the song titles on. I'm not sure what the reason was behind it. The next big sticker I think that showed up was the wooden heart sticker, and that showed up on GI Blues. But the thing about that sticker was it didn't come out on GI Blues right away. When GI Blues was released, they didn't really have a single. There was really no single released from that album. So what happened was it got the song Wooden Heart was released in Germany, to the best of my understanding, and it went to number one, or it charted really high there. And because of that, RCA said, well, you know what, we better at least acknowledge the fact that Wooden Heart is on this album. So a little later on, and maybe a second pressing or so, without much change to the cover or the record, they popped a sticker on it that was the shape of a heart, and it said includes the hit Wooden Heart. So in that case, they were promoting the song. As time went by, you noticed there would be a sticker would show up on an Elvis album, and it would be advertising a bonus photo. These photos went inside to help promote the album, especially if the sales weren't that good. Now, this went on for a long time, and throughout Elvis's career. As a matter of fact, all the way up to the point in 1990 when RCA stopped making records and they were going to focus on doing nothing but CDs. They did an album called Great Performances. It came out in 1990, and by that time, vinyl was pretty much on the way out. There's this little dinky sticker that you can see right here. Oop, I'm trying to point to it. I can't even do it. Anyway, the sticker, oh, there we go. It's so small. It says, includes the hit My Happiness, which I think was the first time My Happiness appeared on an album. Anyway, they put it on there, and at that point in time, it looked like that would have been the last hype sticker, had it not been for the fact that Elvis albums made a return. During the 90s, some albums started showing up, and stickers again were still being put on the albums, not necessarily for bonus items. There was an album called Elvis 56 that came out, I believe, in 1995, which was a surprise to everybody because we thought vinyl was gone by that time. And when it came out, it had I believe it had a sticker on it, and I can't remember what the sticker says exactly, but there was one on that. There was also a box set, a very, very rare box set called Collector's Gold, which was released in Europe, that came out in the United States in a very limited run. So there was the European version of Collector's Gold, then there was the American version. And the American version had this tremendously large sticker on it. That, again, was put on the cover, and this was the way that you could tell, one of the ways you could tell it was the United States pressing from the European pressing. In the 21st century, albums made a comeback. And as they did make a comeback, slowly but surely, they started coming back with stickers on them. Again, hype stickers. Again, not necessarily to promote something inside the album, but this time it was more just to promote the album or promote something about it. Like, for example, here, this is The Searcher, and this album came out, let's see, when did this come out? 2018, so this is not that old. This is only a couple years. But again, you'll notice the use of the stickers. Except this one here is not an RCA sticker, which we'll talk about the differences of stickers in a moment. But this is just a general sticker that says "We Love Vinyl," and you'll find this particular sticker on several releases that came out recently. But here's an RCA sticker on the cover, and this one just basically says this is the soundtrack of the HBO documentary. So that's the sticker for a more recent album. So stickers are, I have to say, here to stay. So the question is, at this point, and let me give you an idea, a list of some of the some of the albums that are out that have stickers presently. Elvis 30 number one hits, Second to None, Elvis at Sun, If I Can Dream, Way Down in the Jungle Room, The Wonder of You, Where No One Stands Alone, and also the Record Store Day edition albums that have been put out, like I'm Leavin', King of the Ring, and the International Hotel Las Vegas, Nevada album, concert album. Those all have stickers. All of them do. And, of course, the cool thing about the Record Store Day ones are they say Record Store Day on them. Sometimes the Record Store Day ones would get released, and then a little bit later, a few months later, they would come out and they weren't the record store release. And the only way, again, you could tell the difference was the stickers. What is the value of these stickers? Because believe it or not, some records are worth quite a bit of money only because of the sticker, believe it or not. And there's a good reason for that. Try to imagine back in the 50s and 60s, as I had said, and my guest John Barancic had said, we didn't really care about the stickers or the shrink wrap or the covers sometimes. We just wanted the music. It was all about Elvis and the music and listening to the new album. So we really didn't care. You know, I mean, we would take the shrink wrap, tear it off, throw it in the garbage, and there went the sticker, right? And there's a couple albums, and I'll show you one in a little bit here, where it's almost impossible to find the sticker because of the fact that people threw it away and pulled the shrink wrap off. There is still a chance that you could find these things with stickers on them, but that would be the people who just left them on there. But a lot of people threw the shrink wrap away. So the very first stickers, like from the 50s and the 60s, and some from the 70s, are very, very, very hard to find. And just to name a few, I would say, for example, the wooden heart sticker, which we talked about before, with that's shaped like a heart that went on GI Blues. It's a pretty hard sticker to find because when those stickers were sent to the record stores where they were sold, it was up to the person at the record store to put the sticker on the record, or they would put it on the baggie. There's different debates about how this all happened, but I remember when I was a kid and I went to the store, my first Elvis album, of course, was Roustabout, and that was 64. So shrink wrap was pretty much the thing. All the records came shrink wrapped from the factory. So if there was a sticker or something that went on the shrink wrap, it would come from RCA. Now, all the other stickers that ended up on records, with the exception of A Date with Elvis and Elvis is Back, those stickers were somehow sent in a box along with the records, or they would come in a separate envelope, and they would have the catalog number of the sticker on the sticker, and that would then the record store owner would know that, okay, I got GI Blues today, and by the way, they did not come wrapped in shrink wrap or baggies. The baggies were supplied by record stores. They would know, okay, I got a GI Blues album, and then he would look, and they would have a sticker that says Wooden Heart. Oh, okay, it must go on there. So they put it on there. There's a lot of debate about this, about where, how the stickers ended up on the record. Some people say the distributor, not RCA, the manufacturer, but the distributor, local distributors, put stickers on records. And we'll talk about that in a minute, too, because there's a recent find of a very, very rare sticker, which is not RCA, but definitely was put on by a local distributor up in Wisconsin. Some of the other rare ones would be, the later ones would be the Chicken of the Sea sticker, which is a very, very sought-after sticker. But unfortunately, folks, I got to tell you, there's a lot of fake Chicken of the Sea stickers out there. And for sure, there is no such thing as a smaller sized one and then a bigger sized one. I remember seeing a small one once on eBay, and the seller was saying, oh, well, this is the rare smaller version. That's probably because when he bootlegged it, he couldn't get it to match the size of the regular one. I don't know. But there was only one size, and that was it. And I said we were going to have Jerry Osborne as a guest. And Jerry was one of the persons who found this sticker on the Aloha from Hawaii album. And maybe when we have him on, we could ask him about it, and he can give us some, background on that sticker. But that is a super rare sticker. But because of the bootlegging and because of the fact that a lot of people duplicated it, it's also the most, suspicious of all the stickers. A lot of people have that album with that sticker. And based on what Jerry had told me and the history of that sticker, being that it only went out to Chicken of the Sea employees at the time that was sponsoring the Aloha special, it just seems very unlikely that you're going to find, 200 or 300 of those things just laying around. I doubt it very much. But anyway, it's still a very rare sticker. You find an original, it's worth a lot of money. Let's go to the collector's box. I should have some music for the collector's box. Some Elvis music. Tyrone, I need some music for the Elvis box, or for the collector's box. Okay, so here's the collector's box. All right, as I said in the past, I'm going to always have something special in there, and here's something special. At least it is to me. And it has to do with stickers. And that would be this album here, which I'm going to pull it out this way because when you see it, this is how a lot of people saw this album when it was released, okay? So, here is the album, and it says, oh, I even got a sticker on it saying still sealed. There you go. Well, this is my copy, folks, so it ain't going nowhere. So every once in a while, because I put them in these Japanese sleeves, I like to put still sealed on there. But here it is, still sealed, okay? And what's the big deal about this? Why is it in the collector's box? Well, I think everybody knows. Those of you who are collectors, you all know why, because it has the sticker advertising the 2 bonus photos that go inside the album. Now, this is a great example of what I was talking about. Why is this sticker so hard to find? Okay, I'll tell you, it's easy as can be. Because this, my friends, is a double album. And I know when I bought it, I was thrilled to death. I probably didn't even see this sticker on here. I was just so excited. I went and I grabbed the album, brought it home, and rip, off goes the shrink wrap into the garbage, along with that baby right there. Now, this, I actually was looking for this for a long, long time. I actually got this from Gary Brown, a friend of mine, and I was so happy because I had sold my copy a long time ago, and I wanted it back. I always regretted selling it, and I was really fortunate if I did a great deal with Gary and got this copy from him. But again, a very rare album. I would say this is up there. I mean, I have, in this sealed condition with this sticker, it's got to be a minimum of $800, and it's only going to go up. Because as time goes by, it's going to be harder and harder and harder to find that sticker. So this isn't that far from being a $1,000 album, if it isn't already, because it being sealed. And a lot of people will pay extra money for an album if it's sealed. Another thing, too, is this is probably, I believe, one of the only Elvis albums that ever had 2 bonus photos. Not just 1, but 2, because it's a 2-record set. And another weird thing about it is, why is the sticker on the back cover? I always thought that was strange because I remember when I bought the album, this is how I bought it. I saw this part. Now, of course, I probably turned it over and saw the sticker, but didn't think much about it. But why would they put the sticker on the back? I mean, if this is the front cover, shouldn't it have gone here? I'm sure there's collectors out there who agree with me. Like, why is it back there? So I think it was 78 or 79, they put out Our Memories of Elvis, and there were 2 volumes, 1 and 2. Volume 1 has a picture of the Colonel on the cover, with standing with Vernon Presley in front of Graceland. And there were 2 stickers, which is kind of strange. I don't know why they made 2 different stickers, but one was a black and white sticker about the size of a credit card. The credit card sticker had a picture of Elvis, his face, and then underneath, it would say the name of the song, I believe. The other one was brown and said just the name of the song without a picture. And if everything is going right at this time, folks, you are now looking at these pictures. Then on Our Memories of Elvis Volume 2, there's a turquoise colored sticker, which is probably the hardest, really the hardest sticker to find out of any of, I think, the 70s stick. Both of those albums were deleted pretty quickly and ended up in cutout bins. Cutout bins being the bins where the records were sent back to the manufacturer, then they sent them back out to the record stores at a discount price, and they would put a little cut. Like, that's why you see those little cuts at the corner of a record or on the side of a record. That's why it's called a cutout. To me, it doesn't make a difference if it's a cut or it's not a cut. Some people are very picky about that. You know, if the record has a cut, oh, I don't want it because it's not mint. Okay, fine, it's not mint. But still, if it's in the shrink wrap and it has one of those rare stickers on it, you want it. Don't worry about the cut, all right? There is another one, though, that is really incredibly rare, which I have to be, I'm very proud to say I found it. I was vacationing in Los Angeles. It was my 30th wedding anniversary, and just stumbled into a store, and this guy recognized me and said, "Oh, you're the Elvis guy." "Yes, I am." And he knew about Jerry's book. We struck up a conversation. He goes, "Hey, why don't you see something rare?" I said, "Sure, I always want to see something rare." So he goes in the back, comes out with the album cover you're about to see, and it is Aloha from Hawaii, but it has this large sticker on it. It says something about the Hilton Hotel on it. And I should have done my research and told you exactly what it says, but if I'm right, you're looking at a picture of it right now. The story behind this sticker was it was specially made by the Colonel and put on the cover of Aloha from Hawaii albums that were put in the rooms of the hotel at a convention. So when a person went to a convention, they go in their room, and here is Aloha from Hawaii sitting there with a sticker on it saying, "This is your special gift from the Colonel, Elvis and the Colonel, and I hope you watch the special." To me, that's got to be one of the absolute rarest stickers on the planet. You know, I sold it. It's in the book for quite a bit of money. I would have to say probably $4,000 to $5,000, and it's probably worth even more than that. And it's funny because it's on an album that is probably only worth about $100 sealed. But if you have it with that special sticker that was only a one-time thing that the Colonel and Elvis put together and gave to somebody, or I should say just the Colonel put it together. Elvis didn't have nothing to do with it probably. But if you get something like that, that is huge. And I've seen these type of stickers before. They've shown up on other albums that were giveaways from the Colonel. When he was in Vegas, there would be a sticker that said compliments of Elvis and the Colonel. And I'm sure you've seen memorabilia. And of course, we'll do a Vegas show one day where I'll show you bags that said compliments of Elvis and the Colonel and different things like that. Because the Colonel just loved to do massive amount of promotion. Now, the other sticker I have to point out before we move on to another part of the subject is on the cover of Presleyanna. When Jerry and I were talking about doing something interesting for the book, I was in Wisconsin, and I happened to run across a copy of Elvis Gold Records Volume 3 in the shrink, and there was a book. The book that supposedly was given away, not supposedly, was definitely given away at record stores, okay, with the purchase of this record. It had a sticker on it that advertises the book. This sticker just blew me away because I had never seen it before. There was always a lot of debate whether or not the book went inside the album or not, or people put the book in the album. Because again, we're talking about a baggie versus shrink wrap. Okay, and this all happened in 63. In 63, they were still putting Elvis records in baggies. That's why you find them in Sears Roebuck baggies. You see them in Montgomery Ward bags, or record store bags, original record store bags. In 64, it went to shrink wrap. Well, this was weird because this was a shrink wrap album, and it had the sticker on it, and then the book had been shoved like underneath the shrink wrap. I don't know, it just kind of blew me away. I had to get it. I bought it from the guy, And, after several conversations with people and examining it and the story that was told me by the person I got it from, it was a sticker that was put on by a distributor. When records were distributed in different states and different cities, they would go to a local distributor. Now, if a distributor got this record and those books at the same time, my theory is that what they did was they made a sticker for this album, not RCA, but the distributor made a sticker saying that it includes the book. And they may have actually stuck the book in several copies and used this sticker to help sell the Elvis's Gold records to the record store to increase their sales for the distributor. That's my opinion. I don't think it's an RCA sticker. And I know when people saw this on the book, there was all this debate on the internet like, oh, that's a fake sticker, and I can't believe Jerry put a fake sticker on his cover, and that's not real. Well, folks, it's not a matter of, what's real, what's not. Number one, I'm telling you right now, I know Elvis. I've been doing this a long time. And if that sticker was fake, I'm telling you, I would know it was a fake. If it was made by some guy who said, I just want to make a lot of money, what can I do? I'm going to make up a sticker about the Gold Records 3 and the book that came inside. I'm just going to make it up. I mean, first of all, why would anybody even do that? Why would anybody waste their time to do something like that? That's just stupid. So is it legitimate? Yes, it's legitimate in the fact that it was made in 1963. It was put on there by a distributor, maybe not RCA, but it does promote the book that goes inside an Elvis Presley album and has Elvis's name on the sticker. Another sticker like this was Girls, 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 a reissue that came out 1977 reissue or 76 reissue. That album was discovered on the East Coast, and the sticker was kind of a weird looking sticker because it didn't look like an RCA sticker, but then it had a little abbreviation on it, a little number on it. Why would there be a sticker in 1976 or 77 promoting the song Return to Sender? So again, this was done by either a record store or it was done by a distributor. And when it was put on there, we were trying to figure out why would it be Return to Sender? What was the big deal? And then after doing a lot of research and talking with a lot of collectors and people who saw Elvis on the East Coast, that's where he sang the song Return to Sender. So it must have been so exciting and so phenomenal that he did this and so unique that the record store decided, or somebody decided somewhere, hey, that song is on the Girls, Girls, Girls album. So let's do a little sticker and say includes Return to Sender. And I think that's a logical explanation. It's the only thing that makes any sense. It's a rare sticker, super rare. I mean, it was selling for $500 at one time. I think it's up to $800. But even though it's not an RCA sticker, it's historically significant for the fact that it's hard to explain why it exists or how it exists. We have about 4 pages in Presleyanna of stickers. And here is Presleyanna again. And you'll notice there's 1 page of stickers right there, right? And then here's another page of sticker, 2 more, and then there's 1 more after that as well. So that just shows you how many stickers RCA put on all of Elvis's albums. So the big question is, because I noticed that there are a lot of people that are real sticklers about the sticker, like when a new album comes out, like Follow That Dream comes out, or The Searcher comes out. If there's a sticker on it, boy, you better have that sticker. But the thing is, will they ever be as valuable? These stickers here, will they ever be as valuable as the Aloha from Hawaii, Chicken of the Sea, or any of the earlier stickers? I don't know. I don't think so, because there's so many of them now, and it's such a common thing to put stickers on albums that I don't see that happening for some reason. So am I saying throw it away? No. I would say if you're a collector, you want to keep the sticker. If it comes on the album, that's great. You have a sticker, you keep it on there. But here's the thing that bothers me is this is a double album. All right? And it's hard to take the sticker off. I mean, it's hard to get the album out of there without damaging these stickers. I mean, you have to cut this open, and there's different methods. I know people who want to save the sticker will sometimes just cut the sticker out, and they'll put it inside the album. Some people will cut this, and they'll slide the shrink wrap off so that the sticker is still in place, and then they slide the shrink back on. But if you ask me, that's kind of a pain in the butt. So I'll show you what I do. As you know, Roustabout, my favorite album. Here is the Follow That Dream version, okay? And I just love this album to death. I think I have like 3 copies of it. But you know what? I had to see what was inside. I just could not get this album and not open it up. So I bought 2 copies, and I had to see what's inside. And look at this. This is gorgeous. I mean, Follow That Dream does such an awesome job on the inside of the albums, the outside. They got pictures in here I've never seen before, and it's just so exciting to see the album open like this. But you know what? I didn't want to destroy the sticker, so you know what I did? Very simple. Get yourself some lighter fluid, put the lighter fluid on the sticker, give it about, 5 minutes. It will come right off the shrink wrap. Rip off that shrink wrap and then just pop that sticker right back on where it was. And it will go right back where it was. The sticker, it'll still have the adhesive, everything will still be sticky, and it just goes right back on. So here you get the best of both worlds. You get the album, you get the sticker, and you get to open it up and see the inside. To me, that's the way I do it. And do I keep a sealed copy? Yes, I do. It's the old thing that collectors would say, you know what, I'm going to buy 2 albums and keep 1 sealed. Again, I want to thank my wife, Carol, who is also the camera person. Again, say hi, Carol.
Hi.
Okay, there she is. And I don't know if you could hear that, but thank you for helping me, sweetheart. And also, I also want to thank you guys for watching the show and supporting the show. And it's great to have you watching it and people sharing Elvis with me like this. And it brings me back to the days of the shows when we were going to the shows, not just to sell, but to talk about Elvis and share our thoughts and feelings and our passion for the King. I want to remind everybody, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done that, it's very, very important to us that you do. The more subscribers we get, the better, the more popular we will get, and the more shows we'll be able to do. It's just a great thing to show your support, to subscribe to the channel. We do have more episodes coming up. You leave comments below if you have anything you want to say about anything I talked about. I'd love to hear anything you have to say about Elvis and the subject matter. And I think that just about covers everything. So again, thanks for joining us, and I'm out of here.